Hey, how's it going? Happy Monday, everybody. I just wanted to get in touch with you and say hello. And I wanted to follow up because I did a really great question last week. It was just a basic question with no answer in mind. I just wanted to get people's mindset because it's something that I speak to a lot of my students with. We're starting our Prosperity in a Circle coming up in the new year. We're just going through applications right now. We've had a lot of applications and we're going through interview processes. It's going to be for 10 to 15 high level people in this group. Just because you don't make this group doesn't mean you're not a fit in the future. We're just really laser focusing and being intentional on who we put in this group. And it's not based on money. It's not based on any of that. It's just certain mindsets and a certain group that people could build off each other. It's not here to teach you how to wholesale, not here to teach you how to fix and flip, not here to teach you how to build portfolios. It's a combination of a lot of things. Um, so anyway, I asked this question last week on my personal page and in my group page. If you're not in my group, join the group. Become a real estate investor with Dan Zitofsky. That is a free group. Once again, become a real estate investor with Dan Zitofsky. It's a free group. You just have to answer 3 questions to get in. They're very basic. We just need to know who you are, how you found us, and what's your biggest issue right now that we can help you with. Because we base a lot of our questions and our answers and our content on this, and we want to help you as much as possible. So if you can't answer those 3 questions, it's probably not a good fit for you. It means you're probably not going to pay attention to the group. You're probably not going to, give feedback. You're probably not going to comment. You're probably not going to serve and be of value to the group. So there's a lot of other groups out there. We're not necessarily the biggest. We are starting to grow by leaps and bounds. A couple thousand people in the group, but we are probably one of the better ones in the group on social media. It's not a political group. It's not. We stay away from that stuff. We're very careful about the deals that go in there. We vet them. We make sure everybody's protected. So we try to make it a really rock solid group. Well, anyway, I asked this question on my personal page as well because I have a lot of people following me personally, which I'm trying to get you all to the group for real estate investing and wealth building and passive investing and stuff like that. With almost 30 years experience doing this. But the question I asked is how much, and I'm reading it, how much is in passive income do you think you'll need per month in retirement? And I'm going to go over that a little bit. And I was going to do a webinar here on it, and I probably will do something after the Thanksgiving holiday. I'm just booked up right now every day, and then next week is Thanksgiving, and I'm going to take a few days off myself. Once again, living my lifestyle by design, pass up to prosperous, and book here. If you haven't got it, jump on Amazon, grab the book. Amazon's bestseller. It's my claim. I love this book. I love chapter 1, my why. And that's what we talk about here. And I generally don't even like using the term retirement. I only use it because when I put the post out there, a lot of people think about retirement as their happy time, their time to relax. If you love what you do, and I don't ever think I'll actually retire, I can't imagine just sitting around doing nothing. I like to do what I want, when I want, with whom I want. So that's what I think. If you call that retirement, um, I just I don't know if I'd ever use the word retirement, but I use it in this sense because that's what people think retirement is. So let's go with it. And I got answers here, right? I got answers of how much do you think you'll need a month in retirement? I got $100,000. I got all I need for all I want to do. I got $30,000 a month. I got as of right now about 8,000 a month. Depends where you live. Depends on a million other things such as your health, if you like to travel, etc. That was a good answer by Neil. None because everything will be free by then, right? David's throwing a joke in there. I guess that's a socialism joke. Danny's 12,000 a month. That should be enough to travel for my wife and I to enjoy ourselves. David 20,000 minimum. Need none. Want as much as possible from Jason. Dylan, what you make? Just kidding. Dimitri, enough to make monthly omakase trip to Noromotos. Okay, I'm not sure really. That's a trip, obviously. So Rich is 20,000. I want 250,000 a year, 10,000 a month. I mean, 45,000 a month. It just keeps going, guys. It's not about how much you put in here. Here's where I want you to think. I want you to use some deep thought process here, and unfortunately, social media doesn't always allow that. Or it shouldn't say it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't always allow that. It actually kind of stops you at your broader level thinking. It kind of if it doesn't If you don't think the way they want, a lot of times they won't even let you keep your post up there. But it's your responsibility as well to really think about how much you need to live, whether it's any life you want, passive to prosperous, right? That's to me, passive income to a prosperous life, lifestyle by design. I'm not telling you how to live in your retirement, whatever that may be, because like I said, I don't think I'll ever actually truly retire. I enjoy this too much. I enjoy doing deals too much. I enjoy business too much. I enjoy helping people grow to become the best version of themselves too much. And if that means retirement where I have to stop doing that and can't help people, that's not for me. Now, will I slow up in doing transactional stuff? I've already done that many years ago. We talked about that in my life and what I do and how I mentor people. And in our inner circle training, we're going to be doing, it's the same thing we talk about. But that doesn't mean I retire, according to what a lot of people think is we just go to Florida and we sit and we go to doctor's appointments and we do nothing. We go out to early bird dinner and we go to sleep. That's not anything I'll ever do, but I'm going to use it for this in this term of retirement, of what people think retirement is. So when you start throwing numbers out there, and I'm not sure if people knew I was going to hit them back up on my personal page and on my group page, Become a Real Estate Investor with Dan Zitofsky, but I hit them back up. Every single comment, I hit them back up. And I truly wanted to know how they got their answer. So I would ask them, why do you need to make $20,000 a month? And what are you doing currently to get there? And I'll probably will do a Zoom call on this, and it'll be up to 100 people. Whoever registers first gets in. It'll be a free call. I will probably do it. I'll set it up. I'll put the link out. You'll have to register. And first 100 people that get in, they're the ones that will get in, and that's it. It's a free thing. I'm not going to charge anything for it because I'm going to go deep with people on this. And I'm going to help you. It's going to probably be one of the best Zoom calls, training calls you've ever done. So look out for that link and register. Once again, it's just me giving back on that one because this has changed my life. My mentor has helped me change my life. Sean, I owe it to him. To really, I knew this stuff, but you know, when you have somebody, you need a mentor. When you have a mentor that just brings it out to you all the time and holds you accountable. So to me, I always talked about, hey, I'm doing stuff because it's not about the money for me. It's because it's my vision. It's what I really love to do. It's my passion. But when you start telling me you need to make 10, 20, 30, 40, $100,000 a month, I want to know why. Okay. And you don't have to tell me, but I'm going to ask you why, because I'm going to make you dig deep and understand why. And if it's because, hey, I want to travel. Well, do you really need $100,000 a month to travel? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Okay. And those answers were coming in hot and heavy. And I knew that most people, I'm going to say almost every person that gave those answers, didn't think about a true number. They just threw it out because it sounds good. I'm not saying everybody. Now, I had somebody say, well, they wanted to buy houses all over the place. And I just opened their mind a little bit, right? And I said, well, you want to own houses all over the place. Did you ever think that you could have just as much enjoyment in visiting all these houses? Maybe just doing short-term rentals, maybe just going on to Airbnb or VRBO or whatever site you use. And hey, I want to be in California for a month. I rent a house for a month. I want to be in Florida for a month. I rent a house for a month. I want to be in Italy for a month. I rent a house for a month. Now you have the ability to live your vision a lot faster than saving up millions and millions of dollars to actually own these houses. And then think about it, when you own these houses, you now have maintenance fees on them. You have maintenance. You have insurance. You have hurricanes. You got to worry about that issue. Tornadoes, mortgage payments if you didn't buy it for cash. Okay, upkeep, whatever it is, landscaping, electrical, utilities, gas, air conditioning, whatever it is, it brings a lot more stress into your life. And do you really just want to own a house? Is that your true vision, to own a house? Or is your true vision to go out when it's cold out? I live on the Northeast. Essentially from January through April, maybe New Year's till Easter, maybe for 4 months, you get out of here. You get out of the cold. Maybe that's all you need in your vision. Maybe that'll make you pure happiness. You get to live still by your family 8 months a year. For 4 months a year, you travel. Okay. And I'm kind of giving you a little bit of my vision, right? So for 4 months a year, I'd like to be out of the cold. Obviously, it does get cold November, December-ish, but I don't want to leave my family during Thanksgiving and the holiday season. I'd like to be with them. I mean, my true passion is my family, my kids and my grandson is what I'm talking about right now. Because my extended, my parents and in-laws, they're and cousins and aunt, they live all over the place, right? So there's not a core right here where I live. Um, but I have my nieces and nephews and my brother and sister-in-law here where I live. But other than that, parents, they're all over the place. So when I'm looking at it, and the reason I'm bringing this up, guys and gals, the reason I'm bringing this up to you is because I want you to start thinking a little bit differently, right? And I say that because now social media has been out for a while, and I'm starting to see the same people on social media, the same people say, hey, they want to be part of my inner circle. They want to be part of it, but they never get to the point in their life where they think they're worth it, where they want to invest in themselves to be part of it. Now, if we don't think you're fit, we're not going to even allow you to come in the inner circle because we're keeping an intentional 10 to 15 people max. And even if it's 5 people, that's fine to start it with. I want to make sure that it's the right people in the group, that we become family, we did this before, it becomes a family, it becomes the best thing I ever did. It's way better than one-on-one individualized coaching. It's way better than any partnerships. We did it almost 5 years ago now, or 4 years ago, and we took down a huge pool of non-performing notes together. So as a group, and you wouldn't want to do that with people that don't value themselves to invest in themselves. Now we do these calls, and in the past I've done it, and people are like, yeah, I want to get in, and we thought they would be great fits. And then when we said, okay, here's what you need to do to get in, there obviously is an investment, always an investment. It's not terribly large. It's not the smallest. I mean, there's free groups out there. I'll never be a free group. I just don't value those. But all of a sudden, these are people who portray themselves to be well off and successful in social media, but they can't afford a little bit of an investment it is to get in, or they don't value it, right? So why would that's usually the roadblock, and it's good that we have the roadblock because we'd rather have people that value it and want to be part of it, that invest in themselves and believe in themselves to get in. So anyway, I'm going to start going deeper and deeper, on your personal vision, your business vision. We'll work on in the groups, but on your personal vision, because I work on it constantly and I change it constantly, and I'm held to a higher standard constantly by my mentor, and I can't imagine how great that's been for my life, especially somebody who came out of us running a political campaign. And people in business have questioned me, why in the world would I do that? Why would I help people that don't want to help themselves? And there's a personal vision inside myself that says, I just feel that I can do it, and I feel like the need to help people, and it's my calling to do stuff like that, right? It has nothing to do with money, obviously, because there's not any money involved in that. Very little. I make a lot more money in my business, and I enjoy my time with my family. But when you have a personal vision, you truly know what your vision is, like rock solid. This is my vision. I won't just throw numbers out there like I need to make $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month, because we bypass that, and you still find unhappiness unless you know your true vision. And I want you to be honest with yourselves. I want you to look in the mirror. I want you to be very honest with yourselves, and I want you to understand why you need to make that kind of money. What is that going to do for your life? What's it going to do for your family? Don't just say go buy a car, because that's not going to change your life. It might change happiness for a few months. You'll eventually lose that giggle, and you might not. But if that's your true vision, if that is your true vision, there's nothing wrong with it. But to just throw out there, hey, I need to make $10,000 a month, and I don't know why, or I need to make $50,000 or $100,000 a month, and I don't, because someone told me I need to make $42,000 a month, and I found that really funny, because when we first put out our free cheat sheet, we were at 42,000, and it was learn how, sign up here to learn how I made $42,000 per month ongoing. And I thought they just threw that out there, but no, they turned around and they said, I want to make $42,000 a month, because they thought it was exactly $500,000 a year. And then they wrote back, they said, I was a little off. So it's about $504,000 a year. So it was $500,000 a year. So that's why they wanted to make $42,000 a month. But what would they do with that $42,000 a month? And when I say that, can you do that a lot cheaper, right? Can you go on a camping trip a lot cheaper than a few $1,000s. Can you go and instead of buying a house on the beach in Florida, can you go rent that house for a month and then close the door, lock the key, give the key back to the owner, and say thank you, and have the same experience? Maybe in a little better experience because less responsibility. Because I'll tell you, I have a beach house, and I get those bills in every single month, and I haven't seen my beach house in probably since August. I haven't been there not once since August, not even a day, because I was running a campaign. So I'm paying all these bills for a beach house I don't even get to go to. So is it really worth having a beach house, or should I have just rented a house for the summer at the beach and not worry about any bills, any insurance, any maintenance issues, any landscaping bills, anything like that? Should I have just done that? You see how you got to start thinking? How can you enjoy your vision without waiting to enjoy that vision? Okay? And then once you get that, then you start working backwards. And when I say working backwards, then you understand, okay, if I need to make this much money a month to cover my expenses, but I keep my expenses down, well, how many deals do I have to do? How do I do those deals? Do I do flips? Do I do wholesale? Do I do subject to? Do I rent rentals? Do I do seller financing? Do I become a nude investor? Do I do multifamilies? Do I do residential assisted living facilities, seniors communities? Do I do storage facilities? Do I do mobile home parks? That's what I'm talking about, getting laser focused. And that's what we work with in our group, to be laser focused. So once again, if you're interested in getting into that training I'm going to be doing for free, just say I'm in below in the comments below. Say I'm in, and I'll be posting a link here probably in the next couple of days. Watch that, get registered, make sure you're online, because even if you're registered, if you don't get online before the first 100 is up, we limit it at 100, then you're locked out. And we're not going to be putting that back out there for people to watch later on. I'm big on people taking action because those are usually the most successful people. With that, wish you guys all the best. We'll see you soon. Take care.